Alright, what's going on, guys? Brian Cole here. I am waiting for a ride here in Cincinnati, so my phone might be going off. And today I want to talk about, should you create conversation with your riders? Does this have any impact on, your ratings or maybe even tips or, things like that? So, obviously, you guys who've been following for a long time, I've taken quite a few Uber trips over the years. Between Uber and Lyft combined, I'd say about 4,000, a little bit more than that number of trips. And I've noticed a pattern. And the pattern is, the more able that that you can create conversation with people, the more likely you're going to get better ratings. That's just part of it. And that just comes with being an Uber driver. If you're kind of an introvert, which I can be to an extent, sometimes I try to talk to people and I just, for one reason or another, just can't really connect with them. Those rides are tough. And if you go more rides without talking to your riders, you're probably going to get bad ratings. That's just my experience with it. That might not be true for everybody. You may be able to sit in silence the whole time and you have good ratings. If that works for you, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, in my experience, the more I'm able to connect with somebody, the more I'm going to get 5-star ratings. I noticed that on one of my rides, actually, not last night, but the night before. I was not able to really connect with them in a way that I wanted to, and we just ended up sitting in silence for about 15-20 minutes, and shortly after the ride I did not get a good rating. So sometimes you could drive the nicest car in the world, or a nice car such as this one, and if you don't talk to them, that could be, sorry, that's my Uber thing saying I need to stay online. That could mean a bad rating, but today Uber is rolling out in some markets, and will be rolling out in all markets eventually, more descriptive ratings. I'm not sure you guys have heard this one yet. It just rolled out today, that the passengers now have to clarify why they gave you a bad rating. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work. Apparently, for some of the reasons that they select, it's not going to impact your rating. We'll see if that's true, because that would be awfully nice. So for instance, if you get into a rush hour traffic jam and they were late, apparently, supposedly in this new system, the way it's supposed to work, and they select that option, that they're not going to dock you for it. So if that's true, then that's only going to help our ratings, certainly, if they're able to describe that. But what I'm curious about is that if we're actually going to see the reasons for that. If we see the reasons for that, then honestly, that's good feedback. But I don't know if they're gonna do that or not. Time will tell. We'll see. But I just want to give you guys just some quick advice, tips. Just try and generate some sort of a conversation with your riders, if all possible. I've noticed that during the daytime it's a lot easier. At nighttime it's a little bit harder, more of a challenge for that, especially if you're driving the late hours. And I used to work the graveyard hours all the time, in the middle of the night, and sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's impossible if they pass out in your back seat from being so drunk. That's happened several times to me, and it's just, there's nothing you can really do about that. So just keep those things in mind, and whenever possible, try and generate some conversation with your riders. If you like this video, definitely go ahead and share it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and Uber on.